All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We got to take a look at this video of a trans man who goes by the name The Trans Coach on social media, who made a video opening up and expressing how difficult and how lonely it is to be a man. Now, this person was not born a man, born a woman who, you know, went through the transition to become an artificial man. I browsed their YouTube channel for a little bit. She did testosterone for, this is the result of testosterone for, I think, 8+ years. There's a few places I could take this video, but I suppose I'll start here. You hear a lot about the patriarchy and all the advantages that men have and how women are oppressed and cis white male privilege and all this crazy stuff that the, you know, feminist, super liberal, woke people be saying. But not a lot of people actually know what it's like to be a woman and then transition into being an artificial man and, you know, kind of getting a glimpse and getting a taste and seeing what it's like to be treated as a man. And as for this person, you know, this just goes to show you that men and women really are different. And, you know, our biology and the proclivities to be certain things that men and women both naturally have override any type of, you know, drugs and transitions and surgeries. And I think most men understand, you know, that nobody is going to come and hold your hand and, you know, be your knight in shining armor. That saying is specifically tailored for women. You know, as a man, you got to figure it out. You got to dig yourself out of the ditch. You got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. You know, you got to man up. That's why the saying is man up. It ain't woman up. It's you got to man up. Most men know this. And as you become a full-blown man and take on more responsibilities and, you know, keep continuing down your journey as a man in the real world, you understand that your emotional needs and your feelings and things like this come second to that of women and children. You know, when it comes to those things, you are put at the bottom of the totem pole, and you are, you know, you're supposed to be more stoic. You're supposed to know how to handle your emotions in a way because, you know, women and children are more emotional than you as a man are supposed to be. And with that being said, you know, I just think it's interesting that this person, you know, willingly brought this upon their own life. So, you know, they're emotional and, you know, getting real worked up about it. But at the same time, you know, went through a transition where they were once presented as a woman, you know, born a woman to be presenting as a man. And now that they are presenting themselves as a man, you know, complaining that life is hard and life is rough. Now, before I start the video, the Christian in me these days is just calling me to have more compassion. I got more compassion on my heart these days. So just want to throw it out there that, you know, I'm not here to judge this person at all, you know, make petty jokes or whatever. You know, that's for the comments. You know, I know the comment section on the internet, YouTube, anywhere is wild. So that's for the comments. But yeah, I just, you know, want to have compassion and listen to this person and what they got to say and give my honest and truthful opinions and thoughts about it. But with that being said, we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. I had closer friendships with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are than I've had in my 8 years of transitioning. Because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep than men. But to have known, and I think a lot of trans men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to like have people want to hug us. And to have people want to talk to us. And to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. what's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men. Because this shit is lonely. And I'm an emotionally mature man. I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard. Try to think about how you can, in your small little community where you feel safe, can reach out to the men in your life and just help them feel maybe seen for a moment. Or do little conversations to help their emotional maturity so that they can reach out to people and have deeper guy friendships.
All right, so you guys heard that. What more can I say then? Welcome to manhood. You know, this is what it's like to be a man. The two things that I did not like watching this video here is how, she referred to herself as a man, and the cis thing. Like I don't like the whole cis, cis men and cis white and cis women and cis, it almost makes regular people seem like they're weird or something like that. The term cis kind of throws me off. I've never heard anybody in my real personal life ever even use that. It's almost like these people live in a different world. And I mean, to this person regarding themselves as a man, I think that kind of plays, not even kind of, I think that plays into the delusion of all of this, transgenderism and these surgeries and, all of this stuff that's going on nowadays. Regardless of how this person looks, this is not a real man. This is an artificial man. This is someone who had to go through, who's been going through 8 years of testosterone and had to have, multiple surgeries and do this and that to become a man. This person that we seen on the screen is very different than, someone who was just born a man. I'm not saying that their life is less valuable or means any less, but not a natural born man. But other than that, I mean, a lot of what this person was saying is true about what it's like to be a man. And, like I said, welcome to manhood. A lot has changed. You know what I'm saying? Men used to go to war, and, we didn't used to live as long. So much has changed. We have a longer life expectancy now. And, you got a lot of men who are lacking purpose. We don't go off to fight wars anymore. So, that's why you have a lot of men, like I said, lacking purpose and not knowing what to do with their life. And, a lot of these men don't have, might not have people to reach out to or a strong circle, or, they might not feel like they have anyone they could talk about things with. And some men know how to deal with it. Some men know how to deal with being lonely, and some men don't know how to deal with being lonely. You know what I mean? Men have a much higher suicide rate than women. So, it really is something serious. It's not something to discount, or to disregard. It's definitely not something to disregard. That's why you see a rise in, stuff like the red pill and, all these other spaces that are supposed to be for men, because men feel like a lot of men feel like their issues have just been cast aside, and a lot of men are lonely and feel like they don't really have a voice. So it's like when these guys who give men a voice and who give men a platform show up, a lot of men, older and especially young men, flock to them. The reality is that as a man, we are expected to carry on and be stoic and handle business and deal with whatever emotional scars, emotional issues, mental issues that come our way. And we supposed to find a way to deal with it and keep it moving and keep it pushing. And that's just the truth. That's just reality. And yeah, when you out in person and you walking around, people don't care about you as much. People won't be as friendly and as receptive to you as if you are a woman. This is the reality of being a man. So yeah, guys, to give my closing statements in regards to this individual right here, you know, this is what you signed up for. So, you know, hey, seek help, pray about it, do whatever you got to do. You know what I mean? But this is life as a man. You want to present yourself as a man, you will be treated as such. To all my men who might be going through a rough time, in a bad headspace, whatever it may be, dealing with something tough, traumatic, you know, go to the gym, exercise, stay away from you know, easy coping mechanisms that give you quick dopamine releases but leave you drained ultimately, like excess food and, you know, drowning yourself in video games and corn. You know what I really mean when I say corn. You know, stay away from things like that. Do things that are productive. Do things that are healthy. You know, try to, you know, link up and find you a network of brothers, like-minded people who have something going on with their life, or who you could even just relate to and sit down and have a conversation with. You know, it's nothing wrong with men talking to each other. And, you know, a lot of men don't talk about issues that are a bit more deep, but you can definitely talk about issues that are a bit more deep with fellow men, and fellow men will probably understand exactly where you're coming from, because I guarantee you that it's a lot of men that have gone through what you're going through if you are going through a tough time. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe when you're at the door. Hit that notification bell. And until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.